Hi, thanks for tuning into Burning Cereal. My name's Mike, and today we're going to be making individual peach pies. These are not the full-size peach pies like your mom would make. These are peaches wrapped in crust, baked for you. It's going to be awesome. I've never made it before. I'm going to give it a shot. Thanks to Lori Rice from Southern California for this idea. And let's get started. All right, so our ingredients for making individual peach pie, really simple. Peaches, of course. I'm gonna use a white and a regular peach. Honey, cinnamon, a little bit of sugar, egg wash, which is just a scrambled egg that you're gonna brush over the crust, and the pie crust. I have pre-made pie crust that I'm gonna wrap around the peach right before baking. So let's get started. All right, so I've never made this before, but I'm gonna cut a quarter of the pie crust. I'm gonna lay half my peach on it, fill it with honey, put the other half on top. I'm gonna wrap it all the way around to cover the peach, and then put it in top of a muffin pan, which I have covered with parchment paper. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna use the white peach for now. Let's go with a quarter of the pie crust. See how that works out? Put in the honey. We'll fill half of the peach with the honey. Now you can add cinnamon and sugar and items like that in it. I'm gonna put the cinnamon and sugar on top of the egg wash on the very top. All right, so we filled up the spot where the pit was. Put the other half on. Make sure, come on, make sure you wash off the fuzz. Make sure there's no little stem in the top. Make sure you get rid of those before you do it, okay? Cover the peach up. Squish it all together and hope it all covers. Not sure it's gonna make it. So as you can see what I'm doing, squishing, working it together, working the pie crust to cover the peach. Squeezing it to get it all the way around. Trying to cover it entirely with the quarter of the pie crust. Now this is a pretty small peach. Some of the other peaches I have are larger. I'm going to use more pie crust. Let's see. But I got pretty good coverage there. I have the bottom half in my hand. And what I'm going to do, set that down. Remove my pie crust. Get my muffin tin. Set it on there. Little egg wash. Give it a little coating. I'm going to give it a coating all the way around. There we go. That is Leonardo da Vinci? Yeah, him. That is quality paint work right there. So, covered it up. I'm gonna sprinkle a little sugar. And put a little cinnamon on it. As soon as I open the cinnamon, yeah, be prepared before you go on camera. Rule number 1. Having cinnamon dysfunctions. You know, not everything's perfect at burning cereal. But, hey, it's all for fun, have a good time, and it's a good excuse to eat. Put a little cinnamon on there. That is pretty. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna prepare another one, maybe 2 or 3, and then I'm gonna bake it for 15 minutes at 400 degrees until the crust is a little golden. All right, so we'll see you in a minute. All right, so preparing these things, it wasn't that easy. So on the smaller peaches, I was able to use 1/4 of the pie crust. On the larger ones, I used half a pie crust. I put the pie crust in my hand, put the peach on top of my hand, and just worked it around the peach until I covered it completely. I put the egg wash on the bottom, sprinkled some sugar, some cinnamon on it, put it in the cake tin, and then I did the same thing on the other side. The egg wash, some sugar, some cinnamon. We're gonna bake them in there, 400 degrees, 15 minutes. Keep an eye on them. It may take a little bit longer because there's 5 of them, and see how they turn out. See you in a bit. All right, I pulled them out of the oven, had them in there for 15 minutes. One of them slid completely apart, which I forgot. When you're putting them in the tin, make sure that the half is set in there perfect so the top stays on. So we had one that was really ugly and fell off, and we put it back on. Oh well, we'll deal with it. Anyway, what I did, I cooked them for 15 minutes and they weren't quite done. So I just kept an eye on them, checked them, and then pulled them out and realized the bottoms didn't cook that great. So what I did, flipped them back over, put them in for about 5 minutes, and here they are. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull them off the tin, get them on a plate, cut it in half, and let's take a taste. They may be not the prettiest thing, but we'll see how they taste. See you in a minute. All right, so I'm gonna cut one open, see how it looks. Oh man, cut so easy. You can tell it's soft, flaky. This was the white peach one. You can see there's no honey left. Either it went out the bottom or got soaked into the peach. So let's take a little bite in just a minute. Forgot my fork. Okay, so let me go over this again. So you cut the peach in half, you pull the pit out, you put honey in it, use pie crust, you wrap it around it, cover it completely, you put the egg wash on the bottom, egg wash on the top, sprinkle some sugar on it, some cinnamon, put it in the cupcake tin, and bake it for 15 minutes. I baked it for longer. Don't forget to cut a slit into the top, but bake a little longer. Keep an eye on it. And then when the top was a little golden brown, I flipped them over and cooked the other side for 5 minutes, and here they are. So let's give it a taste. It's soft, got a little crunch on the outside. Tastes just like peach pie. That's pretty good. Like I said, I've never made it before. Came out delicious, soft, good. Go ahead and make it at home. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Burning Cereal, and check out our website, burningsereal.com, and we will see you next week. Have a great day. Hi, thanks for tuning in to Burning Cereal. My name's Mike. Today we are going to be making pie individual tasting apple peach things. We're gonna be making something.
That's good. But there's no apple in this, right?
No apple. This is peach with crust, baked for your own individual pie tasting abilities.
Pie tasting
abilities.
Now, is there some sort of certification you need to have?
You've got to have pie tasting certification for this.